So this is CJ Baker, and this is an epic soundtrack to a Monday existence. So I was on Tier Maker looking for ideas for a tier list, and I found this tier list of 170 rock bands. So I figured that this could be fun. Why not? It's going to be a long ass list, so we'll get right into it. We'll just look at briefly the tier ratings. And there's a lot of tier ratings. I probably wouldn't put this many. But yeah, we got the godly tier. We got amazing, awesome, great, good, okay, tolerable, and trash. And of course, don't know, never listen to. So 30 seconds to Mars. So this is not a good start. I hate 30 Seconds to Mars. I hate Jared Leto. They're both shit. So yeah, easy trash. Okay, we got 5 seconds of Summer, which I believe they're an Australian, almost like boy band, like a pop rock band. Anything I heard I don't like. It's not my thing, but I don't think I'm familiar enough to put trash. So I'll put it in the tolerable. If there's an obvious emblem of the band, you can give me a hard time, but I don't recognize it. So don't know, never listened to. AC/DC. Yeah, I do like a lot of their stuff. They have some classic songs. She shook me all night long. The Back in Black album's definitely pretty solid. Thunder, do, 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 do. You been thunderstruck. But they also had the problem that if you heard like one AC/DC album, you heard them all, it gets a bit repetitive. But overall, I do like them. So let's see. Yeah, probably above good. If there's an easier way of navigating this. Yeah, probably between great or awesome. Um, because the classic stuff's like amazing. But like I said, they do get a little bit repetitive after a while. And I think it's only one or two AC/DC albums that you really need to listen to. But I'll put them at great. They do have some classic songs. So let's see what we got next. We got some Aerosmith. They do have some good songs, but I've never been a huge fan. The song from Armageddon, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, that's one of the worst songs ever. But they do have some good songs. I'll put okay. Hopefully that's not a hot take. Or if it is, let me know. I actually would like people to get mad at me, have a bit more interaction in the comments. We got Airboard. I believe they're an Australian hard rock band. I only heard some of their stuff. I don't know if I know enough to give them a ranking. So I'm gonna put never listen to AJR. What I heard I don't mind. Um I never super got into, but stick with okay. House and Chains. I do love a lot of their stuff. It's a classic album. I love that album. Actually, the first album was pretty good too. Um, Draw Flies, pretty good. They say it's an EP, but it's technically an album. So great. I might even put it at awesome. They were definitely one of the better grunge bands, and Lane Staley, awesome voice, rest in peace. Yeah, so we'll put Alice in Chains and awesome. Then we got All Time Low. Yeah, kind of an average punk band for me. So that would be okay. Then we got, let me see what this says here. Yeah, looks like American Offers. Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar enough to rate. So don't know. Arctic Monkeys do have a lot of stuff that I like. I'll stick with good because I'm not super huge into them, but like I said, I like them. Anthrax, pretty good. Thrash metal band. Have some really good songs. I love what they did. Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. Don't know if I'm familiar enough to go above good, but like I said, I do like a lot of stuff. Okay, fire. This is a tough one because I love Funeral, and Neon Bible. They might border on Godly Tier albums, The Suburbs, really good album, but then they kind of drop off the cliff a bit. Um, I'll stick with Great. I do think they're a very important indie band. I do like a lot of the stuff. Atlas Genius. Yeah, I don't know if I'm familiar enough to go above okay, but anything I heard, I don't hate. Audio Slave. I did see them live in Toronto. Chris Cornell. He's a beast of a vocalist. The band was really good live, and I don't mind some of their songs. But obviously, I prefer Chris Cornell with Soundgarden, and I prefer the rest of Rage Against the Machine with Zach De La Roca. But they all good. I'll give them a good rating. Then 7-4, don't hate them, but never really got into them. I'll say okay. Don't recognize this. Bonds Courtney. I only know a little bit about him, not enough to rank. I love the Beastie Boys. Paul's Boutique is one of my all-time favorite albums. No Sleep to Brooklyn's a great song. Um, oh, Nasty, great album. I don't think there's anything I'd describe as a terrible album. Don't know if they quite make Golly. Um, Pretty close to it. But yeah, I think they just fall short of Godly. But we'll put Amazing. Like I said, I love the Beasties. And we got Back. I do love a lot of Back. There's a bit of nostalgia there because like I initially Loser came out when I was like in high school. I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? And Mel Gold, I really like that album. Orderly is an all-time classic. That's a five-star album for me. And I don't think Baxby put out anything that I hate. I'm not sure he quite makes it to Golly, but I think we'll put him at amazing. Like I said, I do love back. I got two turntables and a microphone. That's a good drum break. JBT. Ah, what would that be? I'm gonna kick myself for not knowing that. I'll have to put that in the don't know. Then we got, let's see what this is. I need better glasses. Okay, Blue October. Yeah, I think they're the ones that have that Hate Me Again song, which I like. But I don't know if I know enough of the stuff to go higher than okay. Maybe I'm trying to remember how it goes. I think that's them. I don't know enough to go above okay. Blue, I don't mind Blue. They have a lot of stuff I like. We'll probably put them in the good. Okay, Bon Jovi, absolutely hate Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi is French for sucky rock band from New Jersey. You go into the trash. So is this David Bowie? Looks like it's Bowie, so I'm assuming that's David Bowie. Don't know if I recognize that symbol. Maybe people can give me a hard time if I should know the symbol, but I'll see if it's David Bowie. David Bowie is an all-time great. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go Godly tier. He is an all-time living, not living, he's dead, an all-time legend. So Godly tier for David Bowie. Going for Soup. Trying to think. I know they have a couple of songs that are really big. Tell you the one big one there. I also know they wrote a song about the Russell Alexis Bliss. The stuff, I think the song was about 85 or something. And they're good at all the, I'm trying to remember, I could be getting the bands confused. Well, I'll put okay. We got, what do we got here? We need new glasses. Boys like girls. Yeah, vaguely familiar, but not enough to rate. So I'll give it a don't know, never listened to. Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's some stuff I don't hate and some stuff that's absolute garbage. I'm not a huge fan. We'll put tolerable, so they're not total trash. Okay, and then we got who do we got here? Breaking Benjamin. I actually did see them live, but they were an opening act for Evanescence who at the time. I didn't mind. Evanescence has some songs that I don't hate. Um, to me, Breaking Benjamin's kind of generic, but I don't absolutely hate them. I'll put them in tolerable. Black Sabbath, all time great band. Not even great. I think I'll put them in godly tier. They actually just did their final tour, which I didn't actually see any of it. Um, but yeah, all time great band. I love War Pigs. Illinois classic album. Onward Man. Then we got Bush. I mostly dislike Bush, but they have a couple of songs I don't hate. Glycerin's a great song. I'll put them in tolerable. Cage the Elephant. No Master the Wicked. It's the only song I can really think of. That song's good, but I don't know enough to put them above okay. Cake. I like cake. Um, Try to see where to put them there. Love the song Comfort Ego. That's a really catchy song. Um, and album. That's a good album. They go great or awesome. I'll put them in great. So we got next. Catfish and the Bottle Man. Um, I don't mind the stuff I heard, but enough, no, enough to go above okay. Churches. I mean, I do like their stuff, kind of a chill vibe. We'll put them in good. Not familiar enough with Coast Moderate. So I'll put that there. Coldplay. This is a tricky one because I do love the first album, Parachutes, and Rush of Cold Blood to the Head. Excellent album. Even X and Y was pretty good. Like the album after that, what's near it, but that was an okay album. But then they totally drop off the cliff. So I just go by the first three or four albums. I put them under Amazing, but the rest of their work is trash. So I don't know. It'd be either okay or good. But okay. Like I said, it's tough because it's like a tale of two bands there. Cold War Kids, I don't mind them. There's some stuff I like. We'll put them under good. Counting Crows. I do love the very first album, August and everything after. All-time great album. And the Recovering Starlight's pretty good, and there's some other songs I like. So yeah, overall, say I'm a fan. At least that awesome. Um, did I go amazing? The only thing is I really hate their cover of Yellow Taxi. So yeah, that prevents them from getting amazing. So awesome for you, Counting Crows. And then what do we got next? We got Crosby, Still, Nash. Um, I do like them. Probably prefer them if young. I'll probably put them in I think they're awesome tier. If they're young, I'd go up to amazing. So where did they go here? Yeah, so awesome for Crosby, Still, and Nash. Deep Purple. Never super got into them, but obviously they do have a number of good songs. Smoke on the Water has like a really cool opening riff. Um, we'll stick with good for them. Def Leppard, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I don't absolutely hate them. We'll go tolerable. Then we got, what do we got here? We got Dirty Reds. Yeah, gonna have to put them in the don't know. Then we got some, Disturbed. Remember we got into Disturbed, hate their cover, Sound of Silence. I doubt Sickness is okay, but I guess I'll put Tolerable. Dragon Force, only vaguely familiar, so I'll put Ricky. Don't know enough to rate them. Then we got Echo Smith. Uh, I don't know, super familiar. Based on what I heard, I'll go okay. Empire of the Sun, we'll go okay. Eagles of Death Metal. Never super got into them, so we'll stay with okay. Eve 6. Um, I used to have their first album. I used to think it was their first album on CD. They had the song about hot in the blender. Da, 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 da. And a few years ago, the guy was on Twitter and kind of gone viral on Twitter. I don't know if he's still on Twitter or now X, but always be Twitter to me. But yeah, I don't hate the band. We'll give them an okay. Everclear. Everclear does have a lot of good songs I like. The Sparkle and Fade's an excellent album. Um, we'll go good for them. Then we got next year? We got, The Head in the Hall. Yeah, I do really like that. I've actually seen them live at Massey Hall. It was a really good show, so I'll put them on the great tier. Five Finger Death Punch. I'll say they're okay. Flaming Lips. They have a lot of stuff I love. Um, Yoshimi, that's a great album. Um, yeah, well, between great and awesome, I'll put them at great. Fall Out Boy, I'm really not a big fan, but they have some stuff that I don't totally hate, so we'll put it at tolerable. Foo Fighters, I do like Foo Fighters. They're a really good live band. Um, we'll put them at great. Yeah, hopefully I don't kick myself for not recognizing the emblem. So I have to put that there. Friends Ferdinand. Yeah, really good band. Yeah, that self-titled album's pretty good. We'll put them on great. The Fray. I never really got into, and I think they did the I'll just Save a Life song, which I kind of hate, and I don't know enough of them outside of that. Um, I don't want to totally trash them because I don't think I know enough to trash them. We'll put them under tolerable. Fun's an interesting one 'cause I actually, when I first heard of them, I think it was 2009, I don't remember the year, but the album was Amy Night, and that was actually a really good album. And the next album was when they kind of exploded, and I kind of don't know if I hated it as much that it was overplayed and just kind of started to be annoying. Um, well, we'll put them in the okay. We got Garbage. Don't really particularly like the new album they just released. But I do like, I don't think they have that one classic album, but they got some good songs. I do like Shirley Manson as a single. We'll put them under good. You got some Guns N' Roses. It's a tricky one for me. I do think Appetite's a great album. The Usual Illusions, all a little bit spotty because they're both way too long and all a bit like bloated. Um, but they got some songs I don't mind. They also have some songs that have not aged well. But I'll put them in the good column. Then what we got here. Godsmack. No, we got into Godsmack, but I don't hate them. Put them in okay. What's this? Is this Goo Goo Dolls? Yeah, I never really got into Goo Goo Dolls, and I'm not a big fan of Irish. I don't mind some of the faster songs, but they're kind of a generic middle of the road band for me. But we'll put them under tolerable. Here we got Gorillas. Don't mind their stuff. Probably prefer Blur, but kind of a similar level. Yeah, I'll put Gorillas is good. What we got here? Goat Yay, which only has that one song that I can name off the top of my head. Somebody, I think that's the song kind of sounds like Peter Gabriel. That's an okay song. We'll go okay. What do we got here? Grandson. Yeah, I only heard a few songs by him, and some of it's political, so I featured those songs on my website. My first shameless plug. I'm going historyofprotestsongs.com. Don't mind what I heard, but so we'll put them in the okay. Green Day. I mean, the last few albums haven't necessarily been great, and they have had a couple of just not good albums. But Dookie's an all-time classic. And they have a couple of other albums I don't mind and some classic songs. We'll put good for Green Day. Then what we got here? Trying to see what that is. Why? Yeah, I can't make it out, so I don't know. Group Love. Okay, so where are we gonna put Group Love? I don't mind what I heard, but I'm not super familiar, so we'll go with okay. And I think I messed up on one of the bands. So let me check this out again. Yeah, this band I don't quite recognize. So I'm gonna move them to don't know. I read it wrong. So I had in the hall, I already talked about them before. Seen them live at Massey Hall. So they'll go to good. A Violet, only vaguely familiar. So I'll put the didn't listen to. Who has a lot of stuff I like. Live Through This excellent album. I'll put in the awesome. Or Amazing. Muggle Awesome. Hootie and the Blowfish. Yeah, I'm not too into them, but I can listen to them for blowing my brains out. So we'll go tolerable. Then yeah, not familiar enough to this band to rate. Imagine Dragons is trash. Incubus, not into them, but they're not. Imagine Dragons bad, so we'll put tolerable. Iron Maiden. Yeah, they have a lot of songs I do like. Run to the hills. A lot of stuff's lyrical too. I also, as a shameless plug, feature my website, ongoing history of protest songs. I don't know if I go to awesome or amazing. Don't know if I'm into them enough to go above awesome. But the stuff I really like I really, really like. Okay, Jet. I mean, there's some songs I don't mind. We'll put it okay. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is definite God tier. Here we go. Your God, Jimmy, Joan Jett and the Blackhawks. Yeah, I do like Joan Jett. They have some good songs. I don't think they have one classic album, but they have some classic songs. I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Put them in good. Judah and the Lion. Okay. Judas Priest. Has some songs that I like, probably. I'll probably put them in great. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Okay, what we got next? We got Kaiser Chiefs. who I don't mind, but I don't know if I know enough of their stuff to go above okay. Keen, yeah, they're kind of tolerable. I can listen to it blowing my brains out, but I have no desire to listen to them. Cures has some good songs I like. Got sober, I'm not a soldier, so you get a good Kiss. Definitely not a member of the Kiss Army. They're more of a brand than a band, but they do have some classic songs. I want rock and roll all night. I guess you're okay. Kings of Leon. This is a tough one because I actually don't mind a lot of their songs, and there are some songs I like. But that use somebody's song is trash. Like I want to blow my brains out every time I hear it. But there is more than one song, so if I can pretend that that song doesn't exist, we'll get them okay. Mongols will say okay. Phone. This is a tough one. They do have some songs I don't mind. I'm just a freak on the leash. So I guess you get a good to do. Okay, Led Zeppelin, classic band. I'm not super hardcore into them, but I do like a lot of their albums. But they don't quite make God tier for me. Um, but they are like a really good band. I know this is gonna be a hot take, but I'm gonna actually put them as great. So I'm gonna make the argument that they're a little bit underrated. Um, if I don't get slagged too much for that. Lincoln Park. Yeah, I don't mind Lincoln Park. They're fine. Rest in peace, Chester. You get in okay. Live. Not super too keen to them. Lightning Crashes is an okay song, but back in the 90s it was a little bit overplayed, but I haven't necessarily heard it in a while. I'll put them in total. We got, is this Okay Living Color? Yeah, really good band. Obviously, Call the Personality is a great song, but Vivid's a great album. So let's see, at least good. Probably put them even higher. Yeah, we'll put Living Color in great. Maybe that's was the easier way to kind of scroll up and down here. Lumineers, yeah, they're okay. Not on Skittle. I don't later with Skittle, and they do have some classic songs. Um, and you get to scream Freebird in concerts and be annoying. Uh, but yeah, I'll put them good. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. It's kind of a mixed one for me because I actually don't hate them. Um, and he does get slag a lot for getting the best rap album instead of Kendrick Lamar. And that was Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar definitely should have won. Um, but he has some songs I don't hate. We'll put him in okay. Maroon 5. When he first came out, I actually like Harder to Breathe, but then they just became really irritated and most of the stuff's garbage. So trash. Okay. And Adam Levine, I hate him. Okay, Megadeth, pretty good trash metal band. Not trash, sorry. Trash metal band. That's garbage. No, thrash metal. So we'll put him in good. MGMT, don't mind him. Good. Milky Chance. Don't know if I know him enough. Yeah, so we'll put yeah. Motley Crue. I don't hate them. I honestly love them either. I'm just gonna put okay for Motley Crue. Motorhead. I like a lot of stuff. And obviously Ace of Spades. Good song. Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades. So yeah, I think I'll put Motorhead under great. Okay. Yeah, the Mowgli's. I only know a couple of the songs. And the one song San Francisco I like, but they have this other song that's a little bit annoying. Is it Feel Good? Something about good. Um, I guess I'll put them in total. Okay. Then we got, okay, Mumford and Sons. Yeah, I mean, they're better than Maroon 5 and Imagine Dragons. Put them in total. Muse never super got into, but I don't hate them. We'll put them in the okay. My Chemical Romance. There's some stuff that I like, and the Black Parade album's pretty good. And they have a song called Cancel on that album that I actually kind of tear up when I hear it. So we'll probably put them in good because the rest of the albums and stuff I just never super got into. Like I said, that album's really good. Then we got what do we got here? Yeah, I don't recognize it. Okay, Nirvana, Easy God Tier. I've said in videos before how Nirvana was an absolute definitive band for me, an absolute musical gateway drug. So this was kind of like basically I was like 14 when they came out. Actually, not even when they came out, because that was when Nevermind came out. So obviously Bleach I got into afterwards. But yeah, basically a lot of times when I heard that different bands influenced Nirvana, I'd be introduced to those bands. But yeah, love Nirvana. Very few bands are as important to me on a personal level. Oasis. They have some songs I don't hate. They also have some songs that are a little bit overplayed. I'll go okay. Offspring, you gotta keep it separated. They have some songs I don't mind, some stuff that's terrible. We'll put them under tolerable. Okay, is that One Direction? Um, it's not my thing, but as far as boy band goes, I don't absolutely hate them, so I'll put tolerable. One Republic, they're not good, but I think I can let stuff blow my brains out and it's better than Maroon 5. So I'll put tolerable. Outcast, love Outcast. Just about every album they did was classic. Might think there was that one album that was like a soundtrack, like to Idle Wind or something. I think that's what it was called. That one wasn't necessarily classic, but any of like the proper albums are all classics. So yeah, absolute godly tier, easy godly tier, Panic at the Disco. Yeah, I don't absolutely hate but if we got into them between tolerable and okay, we'll go okay because they're better than some of the bands under tolerable. Pantera. Yeah, I really like a lot of Pantera's stuff. I've actually heard like when I was doing an 84 deep dive, they had an album in 84 that was totally different than their thrash metal stuff. That was kind of really cheesy metal. Um, but yeah, the thrash stuff is really good. I like the song Rock, which was the theme song to the Wrestle Rob Van Dam when he was in ECW. Um, Good or great for Pantera. We'll put Pantera under good. Paramore. I don't hate them, but I never super got into them. We'll put okay. Passion Pit, okay. Pearl Jam. I was a huge Pearl Jam, and I guess I still am a big fan, but I was a really huge fan when they first came out. Loved Tad. I seen Pearl Jam live. It was a Pearl Jam Neil Young double bill. So yeah, those first few albums were classic. After that, the album quality took a dip, but I respect the fact that they're still doing their thing and they still have a good reputation as a live band. But I don't think they quite make Godly Tear, but a really good, important band. Don't know if they make amazing. I think I'm gonna stick with awesome for them. If they stopped after those first few albums, they probably would have made amazing. But yeah, good, really good band. Awesome. Felix, I don't hate them. Put them on the okay. Pink Floyd, I do love a lot of their stuff. Um, they don't quite make God tier, but they have some classic songs. I do love Raw. Dark Side of the Moon is an excellent album. Um, Between Awesome and Amazing, because they also have some stuff that's not that great, but that's a lot of that. When you're around long enough, that's bound to happen. But I'll put Amazing for Pink Floyd. Not quite God tier for me. Pixies, I love Pixies. Um, I think they did hurt their legacy a bit by coming back because part of what made them legendary was the fact that they kind of disbanded at their absolute peak. But I do love them. The best stuff is definitely Golly. So I'm gonna put them Golly too. I love Doolittle. Um, Three. This is a tough one for me because they do have some great songs, but I never totally vibe with them. Obviously, Freddie Mercury's a beast. This will be a bit of a hot take, maybe, but I'm just gonna go with good. And good is good. So it means I don't hate them, it means I like them. Then we got next here, Queens of the Stone Age. I don't mind Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah, I will probably say good. Once again, I wish there was an easier way of doing this here. Okay, good cheer for Queen of the Stone Age. Rah Rah Riot. I'll give it okay just because what I know, it's okay. Radiohead, love Radiohead. I would say that's a god tier for me. A god tier for Radiohead. Rage Against the Machine. 4G, I won't do what you tell me. So I do love Rage Against the Machine. First three albums are excellent. The fourth album, Renegade's the cover album. It's pretty good for what it is. I do love the cover of Maggie's Farm and Ghost of Tom Joad. The cover of Ghost of Tom Joad's really good. The cover on the border of Amazing and Golly. Um, I'm gonna go Amazing. I don't know, because I do, like I said, I do really love them. But the fact that I have to debate, I think Golly, there's basically no question. So they'll be upper tier Amazing. And we got Ramstein. So I only know a couple of songs. I like the songs I like, but I like Du hast mich. There's that song about America, which is kind of good. Um, so yeah, we'll probably put them as good. Du hast mich. Du hast you get a good. Okay, so we got next. Ramones, love Ramones, all-time great band for me. So hey, yo, let's go. Here we go. Ramones are golly. Red Hot Chili Peppers, I thought I already did them. Are they listed twice? Okay, Red Hot Chili Peppers are listed twice for some reason. And once again, they're still tolerable. They don't become less tolerable. Oh yeah, I do really like Yams. Documents an excellent album. There are a lot of great songs. Um, Between us, I'll stick with Awesome for REM. It's the end of the road as we know it. Okay. And what do we got? Rolling Stones. This is a tough one for me because they do have a lot of classic songs, and XL Main Street is a near classic for me. But they also, to me, they basically became a kind of nostalgia hack. And I think I mean, I don't want to criticize them for staying too long because what else do you do if you're not in a band? And I think people still enjoy watching them play. But yeah, I'm just not, to me, I've never super got into them. Have some classic songs, but they're not a band I really gravitate to. So I don't know if there's a hot take, but they get a good Scorpions. I really just like that Wind of Change song. They do have other good songs like Rock Me Like a Hurricane. So I guess they're okay. The script. Oh, yeah. I don't know, there's that one song I know which I don't particularly like. I don't know if I know enough to kind of rate them. So we're not gonna rate them. Chap, don't know them enough. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Shine Down. Yeah, I know we got into Shine Down, but I guess they're better than Moon 5. So they're tolerable. The Shins, don't mind the Shins. Shins will probably get a good. Where did you go, Shins? Where did you go? There we go. And Simon and Garfunkel. I mean, I don't mind Simon and Garfunkel. Like, I probably prefer Simon and Garfunkel over either Simon or Garfunkel. And Bridge Over Troubled Waters is a classic. So yeah, I would probably put them maybe great. Um, yeah, I'll put them in great. They're not like, to me, they're not the pinnacle of music, but I do get enjoyment out of listening to them. So Sly, I don't know if I know him enough to rate, so there you go. Slayer. Thought I already, maybe I didn't. If I already rated Slayer, I guess not. I do like a lot of Slayer stuff. Rain and Blood. Um, we'll go good. Okay, what do we got next? Slipknot. Rain and Bleed's a good song. Okay, so yeah, we'll put Slipknot is good. Smashing Pumpkins. This is a tough one because the quality kind of took a little bit of a noise dive at some point, but they do have some classic albums. Melancholy and Infinite Sadness is a really excellent double album, and oh, I kind of think of the other album that I love, Siamese Dream. Excellent, awesome album. So yeah, they are the best stuff is close to godly, but then they do take a bit of a nosedive, which affects where to rate them. So they're Smashing Pumpkins, but we'll put them as great. Smash Mouth. I don't know, because some of the songs become overplayed. I guess they're tolerable. Snow Patrol. Yeah, tolerable. I can listen to blow my brains out. Soundgarden. Yeah, I love Soundgarden. Um, I've seen Soundgarden live too because they were part of. I mentioned my first concert was the Neil Young Pearl Jam double bill. Soundgarden. At the time, this was before Super Unknown, so this was kind of around Bad Motorfinger and the last album they put out. But yeah, they were good live, and I love Bad Motorfinger. That's probably my favorite Soundgarden album. Not quite godly, but awesome or amazing. Do I like them better than Alice in Chains? Probably like them better than Alice in Chains. I'll put them in amazing. I put Pearl Jam and Austin, not amazing. Uh, okay, I think Pearl Jam should be. I don't know, I'm kind of doubting that now. Yeah, Pearl Jam will get bumped to amazing. And who do we got next year? Stabbing Restaurant. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give them an okay. Still paired for, yeah, they're kind of like a novelty metal band. They're okay. Um, what do we got here? I can't make it out. Hopefully it's not obvious and I'm exposing myself as dumb. But we're gonna put Don't Know, Alice Cooper. There's a lot of good stuff I like, some classic songs. Um, School's out for summer. We'll say great. Um, I don't know. It's to me, it's hard to kind of distinguish between great and awesome, and even awesome and amazing. Like the kind of yeah, it doesn't seem to be. There's a huge difference in those terms. Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah, I never got too into them, but I'll say they're okay. Like I don't hate them. Is that two Stone Temple Pilots? Why is it two of the same band? That's just kind of dumb. Okay, so you're still okay. You got Stray Cats. They're fine. They're okay. Stray Cats Struts are a decent enough song. The Strokes. I do like a lot of Stroke stuff. They were very important in the whole garage rock revival of the 2000s, even though they're not necessarily my favorite band of the revival. But we'll put them at great. We got Sublime. Well, I'm kind of mixed on them. I don't hate them. We'll put Sublime as okay. System of a Down. They have a lot of stuff I like. BYOB, Bring Your Own Bombs. Also featured a lot on my website, and I was shameless plug. Ongoing history of protestsongs.com. Okay, System of a Down, you're great. Tame Impala, yeah, I don't mind them. It'll be okay or good. Yeah, maybe we'll put Tame Impala is good. Tenacious D, decent comedic act. I like Jack Black. This is a tribute. So yeah, we'll put Tenacious D into the good. I think you can't really go much higher with a comedic novelty act. The Beatles, oh yeah, easy God tier. You don't really have to think about that. Okay. Oh, yeah, make sure that's totally up front. Not that I'm worried too much about the order here. But yeah, Beatles, number one God tier. Score. Is that the band? Okay. Sorry, don't know. For I Blind. I don't hate them. Um, yeah, I would say okay. Is that 30 Seconds to Mars again? Yeah. I don't know why they're listed twice. They're just as bad the second time. Double trash for you, Jared Leto. Okay, we got Tool. Yeah, I do really like a lot of stuff. Soul was a great song. Um, some of the videos are kind of disturbing. But yeah, I'll probably go good with Tool. Okay, so good for you, Tool. Can't you just be sober? Yeah, Train's kind of trash. Okay, trash for you, Trey. Travis. I guess they're okay. Travis is okay. 21 Pilots are okay. Is that Twisted Sister? We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. And I did listen to the 84 album, and it was a pretty decent album. So they're more than just one song, even though that's the one. And there's that like Up We Want Rock song, whatever it's called. Um, oh, I'll give Twisted Sister a good. We're not gonna take it. You two, are you gonna make it? So let's see where we're gonna rate you two. this is a mixed one for me because they have some classic albums, but Bono can be a bit insufferable, and some of their albums just aren't that good. But overall, we'll put them in the good tier. Um, because I don't think you can dismiss the really good stuff they did in Joshua Tree's classic, Vampire Weekend. I mean, they're decent. We'll probably put Vampire Weekend as good tier. So what do we got next? Van Halen. Yeah, I know super got into Van Halen. Obviously, Eddie Van Halen's a genius, but it was just never really my thing. But they have some decent songs. Panama. We'll give them a good. Um, Weezer a tough one because the first two albums are classic. Blue Album, Pinkerton. But then there was a bit of a not noise dive. I mean, nose dive. And some of the stuff's absolutely trash. So I looked at the first couple of albums, basically God tier, the rest of their career, between horrible or trash. I mean, they had the odd good song. Um, I think overall we'll put them in the good tier because they do, like I said, they do have a lot of like really good and classic songs and two classic albums. And a lot of bands don't have two classic albums. It's just, yeah, they're kind of diminishing their legacy a bit. So good tier for Weezer. White Stripes, love White Stripes. Easy God tier for me. All-time favorite band. Happy that they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We hope Meg Wright joins them and they reunite. But I understand if they don't. There we go. Golly, White Stripes. The Who. Yeah, I do really like The Who. I don't know if they quite make Golly for me, even though I do get that they're all-time great band. Who's Next is a godly album, and I love like Beverly Wiley and Monkey Floor again. But they do have some songs that just don't do it for me. Not even songs, like album. Like I think Tommy's incredibly overrated. Don't know if that's a hot take or not. But overall, like I said, I do have some classic godlike albums and songs, so I'll put them under amazing. So they're still an excellent band. Wombats, I guess they're okay. Ex-Ambassadors. I think I know that one song that was on car commercials, which got a little bit annoying, but I guess they're tolerable. Yeah, yeah, yes. Map's a great song. There's some other songs I don't hate. I guess we'll give them a good. Okay. And the last band, Young the Giant. I guess okay. So let's see what we got here. I'm not going to read out all the bands, so we can get a close look. We got the Godly tier, the Amazing tier, the Awesome tier, the Great tier. We got Good. We got Okay. We got Tolerable. We got Trash. Then the Don't Know or Never Listen to. So some of them I knew, but not enough to rank. So what do you think of my tier list? Was there any hot takes? Are you upset at any of my takes? What is your tier list takes? What are your favorite bands from this list? What bands would you have at God tier? And what bands would you have at trash? Feel free to let me know in the comments. So if you want me to keep making content, please like and subscribe. And you can also, one last shameless plug, you can also check out my website, Ongoing History of ProtestSongs.com. Thanks for watching, and please stay safe